Good morning, everyone. This morning we are going to cover an economic subject. Title is Windfall Economy. Meaning of the windfall is that when we achieve sudden benefits, unexpected benefit, unanticipated benefit, we never thought that this will happen, and all of a sudden you can get information, say from Facebook or YouTube, that you are going to get $100 or $200 every month as your monetization or remuneration for writing is a reward. Or you can get, say for example, some kind of dividends from the company or government. Anything that happens that you have never expected, never anticipated, never thought of, never knew anything about it, that is known as windfall. Now, what is windfall economy? Windfall economy is the same thing. You never expected or anticipated that economy is going to take this kind of turn or this kind of twist. And all of a sudden, something happens in the economy by government changes or the rule of the taxations or some kind of international development in economy, or say for example the G7 or IMF have decided to unleash some kind of stimulus packages. Government like Modi, God forbid, declares that I'm going to give the relief to all the poor people in India, just like Japan and America did. America offered $1,600 check every family as a COVID relief, tsunami relief. Japan offered $500 per family in 2011 after tsunami. So that is called windfall profits or windfall benefits or windfall income in the windfall economy. Unexpected. Windfall means unexpected benefits, unexpected profits, unexpected dividends that you are going to receive from any source that you had never dreamed of, you have never expected, you had never ever anticipated. That is windfall. Now, windfall, best example of windfall I can give you is pandemic. Pandemic actually offered windfall economy to all the healthcare sectors, pharma industries, all the druggists, all the chemists, all those people who are dealing with medicine, dealing with melodies, dealing with patients of COVID, hospital workers. Every single person was flushed with windfall benefits. Especially pharma industry made 35% more profit in the first trimester or first quarter of this year, 2021, in comparison with 2020. Now that is 35% is known as windfall profits for the windfall economy caused by or precipitated by pandemic. I have chosen 4 points to elaborate. Point number 1 is bumper profits due to sudden impact of change in economy. Sudden change in economy, Diwali, Christmas, Ramzan, some kind of government policies, some kind of government stimulus package, quantitative easing, all these things, lower interest rate, lower taxes, all these things are going to give you more money to spend, more liquidable cash. If government is going to charge you 50% tax out of 100 rupees, then you have only 50 rupees to spend. Government takes away 50 rupees from you. But if, say for example, this tax drops down to 5%, this way you have 95%, 95 rupees to spend. 95 out of 100 that you earn. And that is known as you are getting windfall benefits in taxes from the government. And when this kind of changes, drastic change occurs in the economy of the nation, then is known as windfall economy. Point number 2, pandemic generating massive economic dividends. All kind of pandemic, whenever the pandemic starts, this is very welcoming, very greeting, very soothing, very relief bringing news for pharma industries. Government is going to compel CDC, government is going to compel AIMS, government is compel Johnson & Johnson and all other pharmaceutical companies to discover, produce the vaccine against that particular disease, and they are going to spend 1 rupee on 99, and they are going to become very rich. As in the initiation of this video, I said that pharmaceutical industry's profit jumped, rather soared 35% in this first quarter in comparison with the first quarter of last year, thanks to all COVID. That is why they don't actually bad mouth or bitch COVID. They don't say anything bad about COVID. Only those people who suffer say bad thing about COVID. Only who suffer pray to God. God, please spare us from COVID. But pharmaceutical industries will be wishing that COVID may stay over here few more years so they can loot and scoot, they can squeeze every penny from our pocket, from our accounts. So, like they say, what is good for the goose is not good for the gander. What is bad for us, COVID, is not bad for pharmaceutical industries, not bad for the doctors, not bad for the hospitals, clinics. No, it's not bad for them at all. It is a windfall economic best, most lucrative opportunity for the pharmaceutical industry and all the health givers. Point number 3, government policy which boosts demand of your products. Say, for example, something happens in the time of war or in the time of reforms, in the time of some kind of government projects, and the government, say, for example, want to build all the roads in India. Government wants to build a couple of dams. Then you can understand the demand of cement, iron, the concrete will soar. And when these kind of things happen, and this cement like Ambuja or other companies are going to get the order from the government for 10 million bags of cement all of a sudden, then this would be windfall economy for Ambuja and all Birla and all those people who are dealing with cement business or any kind of government policy in which demand source, like government has actually lowered the taxes on the petrol, and the petrol is cheaper by 20%. Then everybody would be driving around, cruising around for fun, because now the petrol is, for example, 50 rupees a liter. God bless us. Point number 4, demand of product soars, but supply remains in slums. Whenever the demand of anything soars, like the monsoon is coming and the demand of umbrellas and the demand of all kinds of things that people use in the monsoon will soar. So whenever the demand goes up, the price goes up, provided supply does not go up. So, for example, I repeat the same example that I gave you in point number 3, that the government needs, for say, 10 million bags of cement. Now, if Ambuja and Bajaj and Tata, everybody would tell the government that we don't have 10 million. Unless you give us 10%, allow us 10% surcharge then we can actually go 24 hours a day in production, hiring the people, using the energy. It will be, cost will go 10% high. So if you are, hey Modi, if you are willing to pay us 10% more on cement, then we are going to supply you 10 million bags. Modi is going to say, okay, no problem. So this supply is slump. If supply remains low, demand remains high, then the price is going to remain high. But if the supply goes down and the demand is, if supply goes up and the demand either comes down or remains in the parity, the price will never be impacted at all. It will not be affected at all. So this thing happens when the demand of your products is too much. I mean, your economy, your products are going into overheated demand or overheated economy, then keep your supply low. You will be able to raise the price. But that is unethical. It is absolutely positively unethical. But who cares about ethics? Who cares about ethics? A long time ago, Adam Smith has said that businessmen always attempts to cheat you. That is the signature tune. That is the nature. That is the attitude. That is the idiosyncrasy of every businessman, that he is going to try to cheat you. So that's all the time we have. Thank you very much for listening. God bless everyone on this planet. Amen.